Hey everybody, how's it going? Happy Motivational Monday. I'm Chris Dorsano. I'm sitting here with Adam DLF, an up-and-coming comedian in the Chicagoland area. Welcome to the show.
Good to be here, man. Thank you.
So today we're going to talk to you actors and comedians out there directly, kind of exactly how he got into the acting game and, how he keeps himself motivated and pushing himself, moving to the next level. And, what's going on, Adam?
Nothing much, man. Just busy.
So what keeps you motivated? What gets you going?
Honestly, I feel like the thing that keeps me the most motivated in regards to like pursuing comedy is when more opportunities start to pop up, like when you start to put in a little bit of work and opportunities start to manifest themselves. Like when I start writing or when I start talking to more people and networking, and actually start booking more shows, you just see you're like, man, I'm actually doing it,
Mm-hmm.
instead of just like sitting on my hands, because you can get caught in that. So like the one bite, like the little taste motivates me to want more,
So the baby steps get you to the closer to that goal, and you see that goal getting closer.
Yeah, and it makes you hungrier, just having that little taste. It's like, oh, I want more of this, So
for you, it's writing?
Well, it could be writing, but I feel like what pays off the most as far as motivating me is performing and having a good show. Or even sometimes performing and having a bad show, because either it was just not your night, or it proves that you need to put more work in, if you really want to do this. So it kind of drives you to be more persistent when you're off stage as well.
Okay. So for those people that are out there who are struggling, you have a step right there, just kind of baby steps. It doesn't just happen overnight. Success doesn't happen. If you get a viral video, it might be a little bit of success. You get a taste of it, but it doesn't make you an ultimate, at your dream, right? You're working towards it still.
Yeah, for sure. Like I started doing it when in high school, and then I stopped for a couple of years because I got so bummed because I bombed this audition when I was 18, which is like so young. And then like that like ruined me for a couple of years to get the confidence back to think I was like funny enough again. And now that I've committed, it's like now I'm like in the scene. Like I can actually call myself a comedian because I'm performing and people know me in the scene and stuff. So
sure. So what got you into acting in the first place?
Just the whole acting and comedy thing. My friend forced me to audition for a comedy show, an improv show, in high school, and I didn't even want to do it. So I wanted to like play music, and that was my thing. But he really wanted me to audition for the show, and I wasn't even feeling well, but he like cursed at me and was like, come on, just audition with me. So I just did it, and I found out that I was like kind of a natural when it came to some improv stuff, and it just came to me quickly. So that feels really good, when stuff comes to you quickly like that, and that's how I got into it.
So improv, you would say, for people out there, would be a good first step into getting to the comedic world?
Yeah, totally. Especially if you have like sort of some stage fright, because improv is like a team-oriented activity. So even when you're not on your game, there's supposed to be a person there to back you up, and that's how improv usually operates. So it's a great intro. Yeah, I would say it's great.
Okay, so like when you're improving, it's like kind of on the spot. You're just jumping to another character. Do you ever feel like yourself when you're like so involved in a character, you do it so much that you forget who even yourself is because you're just so caught up in the character you're trying to be?
For sure. I think it gets like that when you're really with a really tight ensemble, because you're so used to being around each other all the time and being silly all the time and playing these characters, that you can get like way more boisterous or start doing things off stage that you wouldn't normally do. And you got to kind of catch yourself sometimes, like, because you can really start to annoy some people, or like say something you shouldn't have to some person just because you're in that performative mode.
Right.
It's not hanging out. There's a difference between hanging out with somebody and then performing in front of them.
Right. Okay. So what would you say is like your biggest end-all dream? Like, what are you trying to work towards?
To get on TV, man. I think that's always been a dream of mine. to get on TV and do movies and stuff. Like I really like being a stage comedian as well, and that's something I want to pursue. But that's pretty much the goal. Like I feel like if my parents were able to see me on TV one day, that would be the best thing. That would be the coolest thing.
So you said baby steps. What baby steps have you taken to get towards TV? Are you, like online videos and?
Yeah. So I've been performing a lot on stage, and then I think the most important thing that I've done is submerge myself in the scene, like surround myself with comedians. I'm always at shows. I'm hanging out with comedians. I'm meeting people. And that is the most important thing to get started. The most important thing to success, I think, in anything is just diving into that community and people who are doing it. Not just like, yeah, I want to be a comedian, but I just hang out and go to work. And I go to open mics every once in a while. You know, you need to meet people. You need to talk to people.
You become who you surround yourself with, essentially.
Right. Yeah. It's like they'll kind of just... It's like if you want to be a comedian and you're around all these comedians... They'll just force you to, yeah.
Right.
Because you're always going to be there anyway, so.
All right, so, like, overall, like, when you were getting into this, you knew you wanted to be on TV. You didn't know you wanted to get into it. You did improv. He saw that he liked doing improv.
Right.
So a lot of the times what people do is they see someone on TV that they're like, I want to be like them. Like, is that what happened to you at all? Or do you have someone right now that you can see yourself being like, or?
I draw like a lot of my like inspiration from non-comedic places because I didn't like grow up wanting to be a comedian. It wasn't my dream as a kid. Mm-hmm. So like there's like my favorite band of all time is At the Drive-In, and even if whether you know who they are or not, I just draw a lot of artistic influence from that as far as how to approach art. But from a comedic perspective, I really like seeing people who are like, I always hear these stories where they were pursuing one thing, but they just like kind of followed their opportunities and were just really diligent and worked hard, and they ended up doing this thing that they never thought they would be doing, but it's really awesome. So I don't even think, like, I know I'll be on TV one day and I know I'll be like successful, but maybe it won't be in like a mainstream comedy thing. Maybe it'll be something else. But yeah, I mean, like Chris Pratt, I like a lot, the actor. Hassan Minaj, Mike Birbiglia are big comedic influences. Just to kind of nail that question down hard, the answer to that question hard. But
sure. Well, how can people follow you or find you if they're looking for you online?
You can find me at Adam DLF is just my last name abbreviated on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm about to be on a show at the Annoyance Theater come September on Thursdays at 8. Or Thursdays at 9, rather, and that's going to be an improv show with some like sketches in between at the Annoyance Theater in Chicago.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, you heard it here first. If you want to get into the comedic world, you can reach out to Adam. I'm sure he'd love to give you some advice. And happy Motivational Monday, guys.